Okay, you guys, hello, hello. We're making it do what it do. To dizzle. I'm using the Gilding G500 t-shirts. Let me take the tabs off that one though. I had to get some from Michael's because I had a late order put in, so I couldn't order them with the rest of my t-shirts. But that's what we're using. So we've got our Gildan. Let me make sure this thingy goes on. And look, you gotta make it work. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this from home. And I'm gonna be using this heat iron. Let me close this drawer. This is the HTVONT heater. I got it on sale. We're gonna be applying a cute little DTF. I might even do a little more. But first things first, we gotta get the moisture out of the shirts. That's first things first. And then we let them cool down. So I'm not applying anything right now. I'm just trying to get the moisture out of the shirt. I don't know if I should use the heat press to do this. But I'm going to, because one time, not heat press, parchment paper. I guess I don't need to. I'm just being overly cautious. But one time with my mini iron, it was leaving like marks, and it just never stopped leaving marks. Anything I ironed, everything I ironed, it had these damn marks on it. Super irritating. So basically, this part of the process is just to get the moisture out of the shirt. So we're gonna let it cool, and we're just gonna do that with all the shirts. Before we apply the DTF. Here's the next one. We're just gonna iron it out, get the moisture out. These are Gildan G500s. These are the ones that you can get from Michael's, but because I ordered so many, I did order most of them from Jiffy.com. They're having a great sale. Their t-shirts are like $2 and some change right now. And they've got every color imaginable. So don't be shy about going to Jiffy to get your shirts. Anyways, right now, like I said, this is just to get the moisture out so that the DTF transfer adheres a little better. We got to get the moisture out, let it cool down. I'm just setting this to the side while I get all my shirts together. Now I got to open up the package. Well, let me remove that. We don't need that there. Or the tape measure, really. Anyways, let's get this going. It's all white shirts. The other day I had lime green and white. And a couple of different sizes. So what is this? This is my youth medium. All right. Again, we're just getting the moisture out before we apply the DTFs. When I make these shirts, I charge $15 to do it. So if you add in the cost of the shirt itself, do this for about 20 seconds, by the way. Plus, if you don't have a DTF printer at home, and you have to order your prints, plus labor. So that's what I charge for. 5, 5, and 5 for each thing. 5 for the print, 5 for the shirt, 5 for the labor. Oh, Jesus. These are some larges. I'm just trying to, like, have, what would you call it? Like a, streamline it. It doesn't take very long to do either. This doesn't have to be a perfect iron. Like I said, we're just trying to get the moisture out of the shirt so our DTF adheres to it better. If anybody wants to do the math, I did 13. This is 13, 14, 15 this go around. And what was it? 17 last. 13 plus 17. What is that? 30. So 30 times 15, however much that is for a little bit of work. Super easy. I just got off my day job and I have so much energy. Honestly, that's so surprising because I rarely do, but I do today. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a perfect iron. We're just trying to get the heat out. Hi, what's your name? Hi, Debbie. I can't see the screen because I've got my back camera on. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? I'm just ironing these shirts to try and get the moisture out before we do the DTFs. I'm not trying to de-wrinkle it or nothing. I'm just trying to get the moisture out. Actually, if you're thinking of doing a home business making t-shirts, what was I gonna say? If you're thinking of doing a home business making t-shirts, what was my tip? Oh, now is the perfect time to kind of go order bulk t-shirts from Jiffy. Like I said, they're having a spring sale of 70% off. It's jiffy.com, jiffy.com. Their t-shirts are on sale right now, so you can have a little bit of like a back stock. Because one thing about me is when people order shirts, I never have any shirts on hand. I always have to go and order t-shirts, which isn't really a problem. But it would be so much better if I just had them readily available, you know? But I never do. This is the small youth. This is like not a 3T. I'm probably going to have to go to a store and get a 3T. But okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to the store and get a 3T because this is way too big. Why would they give me this big old t-shirt? And I asked for, no, that can't be right. I have to have a 3T. Let me look at my packing slip real fast because this can't be what I think it is. Hold up. Let me look at my packing slip. Where's the packing slip? Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say, here's the 3T, but I don't remember ordering a small, medium. They better not got my damn order wrong. I know that much. I'm gonna have to go back and look to see what my order was because I don't remember ordering the small youth. That's... Okay, but whatever. So anyways, like I was saying, if you can have t-shirts on hand, that's probably the best thing, unless you're close to Michael's and you can get them for like, you know, $2-3 or whatever. But that's only when you're doing basic colors like white, because Michael's is always going to have the white. They're always going to have the black. But for this particular order, we were doing lime green, and Michael's doesn't really have that readily available, should I say. So is this the one extra large I needed? But yeah, if you don't have a Michael's or Hobby Lobby close to you, I suggest just getting a little some in bulk when you can catch a sale. okay, girl. It wants to turn off. I wish I had better lighting right here so you can see. Is anybody keeping track of how many shirts this is so far? So each shirt I charge $15 for. Like I said, if you're using Gildan shirts, this is the Gildan G500 heavy cotton, but it's actually feels very lightweight to me. People complain about them being like not like Pro Clubs, but come on, you're not gonna get a custom Pro Club t-shirt for $5 damn. So there's that. And because this is an extra large, I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm gonna show you guys the prints. I make the prints in different sizes depending on the size of the t-shirt. So my larges and my mediums, the print size of the DTF I keep the same. And then my extra large, I make it a little bigger. And my 2XLs, of course, I make those a little bigger too. My smalls, I make a little smaller, so on and so forth. So there's that. But anyways, about these Gildans. I think the Gildans are great. And people don't really complain. It's just like guys, you know, they tend to like the thicker t-shirts, like Pro Clubs, opposed to these ones. But you could charge extra for that. You know, when you're making t-shirts at home, you have a lot of ways you can make that money, honey. You can charge for better t-shirts, more premium t-shirts. Hi, T-Sering. But these are like standard. The Gildans are standard. That's pretty much what everybody's using. Or you could have them bring their own t-shirts and then charge them $10 to make the t-shirt. If you are paying for your DTF prints, you know, charge based off how much you pay for that. For me, the DTF prints this time were cheaper because I did a gang sheet instead of individual prints. But also I do have access to a DTF printer. So, I mean, sometimes it's free, but the one I have access to that I can use takes a while because it's a single head printer. And the lady I get my gang sheets from, hers is like, what size is this? Medium. Hers is a dual head printer, so it's faster. And when I'm doing large orders like this, I like to go through her because it takes her no time. You know, I can get this done, the prints at least, the same day. With the single head printer, it would take days literally to do all the copies I needed. I tried to do it once when I was doing a funeral shirts, I mean, and those prints took so freaking long to do. That's how I ended up finding the lady who did the gang sheets. Because I was like, someone's got to give. I can't do all these damn t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I got one more I need to iron out. Oh, two more I need to iron out. And then we can start applying the transfers. Hello to everybody watching. I'm showing you guys how to make a quick little check. Making t-shirts at home. You know, when you see people doing it on YouTube, like you're watching me do it on YouTube, they're trying to be like fancy and, you know, they've got these big, huge craft rooms and you're like, I can't do that because you don't have the space. Baby, I'm making the space. I'm using the top of my dresser. I'm using this handheld iron. Granted, I do have access to a heat press and I do have access to like all the tools you might need. Like when it comes down to it, baby, this is from home. You know what I'm saying? You can make the space. I'm making t-shirts from home. Right now, I keep saying it, I'm ironing these out so that the, to get the moisture out the shirts. So that the DTF adheres better to it. That's a pro tip. If you ever start working with DTF transfers, I don't know if that's a goal of yours or not, but always pre-press your shirts. Not just that, but you know, the place you do plan on putting your print, like get the wrinkles out a little bit so you're not pressing on wrinkles. Okay. Let's see, I probably should have put my phone on do not disturb, but I didn't do that. So we have all the shirts pressed. I'm going to count them again to make sure I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't. So we're going to start with the medium. In no particular order, because I know I just told you guys that I don't change the DTF size between the mediums and the large. So we're going to lay out our shirt. And we're going to grab our DTF. My iron obviously isn't big enough for the to cover the whole thing. So, you know, you gotta like press it in stages just to make sure it's even. I've got this stick, two. Let me put this here. Perfect. There at least, but it's a little that's backwards. I'm tripping, and upside down. I'm tripping still. Okay. Right before the 6. And it's like not straight. That looks a little too much to one side. Let me move it over. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna line it up. Yay, it's lined up. Let me look at these. The chat, can I donate to you? Yeah, actually, I think there's a link in the description. I think it might be somewhere in there. I'm not sure. Oh no, you'll have to look. And I don't have my tablet. Then we cover it with parchment paper. Give me one sec. If you don't know what a DTF transfer is and want to know, please throw an emoji in the chat so I know. Let me see. Hold on. What is it called? It's called. Okay. And let me do something really fast. We're gonna switch account. Cache the bully. Log in. What is this? Contact. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna be right there. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't want to let me do it. Anyways. I don't know how to. I don't know. Look, it's in the description. That's the best thing I can tell you, friend. So we've got our t-shirt placed, our design placed, our t-shirt there, it's already been pressed. We've got this set at 300 for 20 seconds. I'm gonna move it around, but we're gonna apply pressure. What I like about this is that it tells you how much pressure you're applying. But you gotta make sure you get it there. You're supposed to do, if you had a heat press, 300 for 15 seconds. But I do it for 20 seconds because I have to move this around because it doesn't cover up the whole picture. And then just make sure that it sticks. With DTFs, you don't want to do it too long because it'll burn. It will straight up burn, and your beautiful work will be for naught. So this is the first shirt. We've still got, I like to lift the edge. I'm gonna show you a little closer. I like to lift the edge and make sure it's stuck at the edge. Let's put the flash on. That might, okay, perfect. And make sure it's stuck right there, because once we peel it off, we're going to, okay, but see, this edge came off because it's on there. But we're gonna pre-press it. We're gonna repress it again when it's done. So really don't worry too much about that. To make sure it sticks, I'm just setting this to the side. I'm gonna grab the next shirt and we're gonna do the same thing over and over again. That last shirt was a medium. This one's gonna be a large. All right, so we're just gonna smooth it out. Let me put the images closer to me instead of the other side of the room. And so a direct to film transfer can be like any image. It could be one whole image like this is, or you could have it broken up into pieces. And let me actually move you guys up a little bit. And then it's printed on a film. You see that this is not actual paper, it's translucent. This is a film, and it's got a white backing. This white backing is what adheres it to your design. So we're gonna lay that there. I like to do about 4 fingers. I don't normally need the measure, this thing here, because I've been doing t-shirts for such a long time. I've got a pretty good eye for it. But you can never be, you know what I'm saying, like too sure. And especially when I'm, you know, doing anything, but especially when I'm doing like memorial shirts, I like to make sure that I'm putting forth my best work. I don't want to give a subpar product. 4, that's 4. And then we could even it out. That's what we can do, all right? I want it to look good. You know what I'm saying? 5, 5. And then let's see. I'm just making sure it's even. Okay. So we've got that. I'm gonna push it just a little over. It looks about right. Okay. And then we're gonna, like I said, push it for 20 seconds. If you have a heat press, it's 15 seconds at 300 degrees. I'm only doing 20 seconds like this because I don't have a heat press. And I'm not really sure if I'm putting the right amount of pressure or not, but it always works. It works out like this. The first iron on, I guess, is just to make sure that the shirt is sticky. It's sticky on there. It's sticky on there. The second press is to make sure it's stuck on there. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go. Okay, let's go. You still doing all right in the chat? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. End up calling me back. Let's put that flashback on. She should be watching this live. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is a large, so it measures different. Let's see, let's see. Okay. That's only, I'm gonna bring it up a little bit, maybe to right there. Right there. Where's the other stick? Where's the other stick? Do, 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 do. This lets me know that it's crooked. Perfect. Even though it looks crooked like that, sometimes you can't trust it. Sometimes you just gotta eyeball it yourself. And I say like that. That looks great. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. It's hot. All right. And that's like too high. There. Because this is a large, right? Yeah. So here we go. All right. So we got it. 20 seconds. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Then I just set these on the side to cool whilst I wait for, this is a large too. I really don't need the measure. I've pretty much got this down. Like, is that my, no, that's the plumbers. You have plumbers here working on it. You see what I'm saying? You really don't need. The only time I get thrown off is when the film itself, I don't know why that throws me off, but it does. But when the film itself doesn't, is like too uneven or too choppy. But let's go. And this is actually the second step because we still need to heat them again after we take the film off. That's going to be our final press. This first press is just to make sure it sticks on. Then when it cools down, we're going to take this off and we're going to what are we going to do, y'all? I don't know. Why do I have a small? That's really tripping me out. Did I order an extra shirt? I had to look at my, what is this? Another large. I had to look at my orders form to see what's going on. I don't know if I did a small or a medium. Where'd the print go? Where'd that go? Most importantly. Let's see. that I'm tripping off of. Do we have any more chatters in the chat? No, we don't. Okay. And it looks like my phone's about to die. Probably not die. And I could charge it. Unfortunately, I don't know where my charger is. Not that I can smell it right now, but another way you'll know if your temperature is too high or you've done it too long is that it will smell like you're burning it. You don't want to burn your DTFs. They won't stick. They won't make it through the first wash. So be gentle with your stuff, y'all. Okay. I'm tripping out. I'm thinking to myself, like, what did I do when I ordered that? Let me get the print. I like for it to be. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, and for the medium and larges, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more prints. So now I got to make sure I'm actually doing the adult ones because those are for the adult sizes. This is a medium. I use the same size prints for mediums and larges, but I use a smaller print. And this is an awkwardly shaped photo anyways. In terms of like the length and width. If it was a little bit wider, I would have loved it if it was wider, but just as long as it is, so it could take up like more space, you know? But I didn't design this photo. I do design, so let that be known. But I didn't design this one. If I did, I would have made it wider. There. I think that looks good. Okay. Let's see, y'all. Well, this way, let's see. Yes, Lord. And then up top, just with the seams. 8, 8. Let's slide you over just a little bit. Five and 5. All right, there we go. I'm gonna trust that. Okay, hold up. Somebody's in the chat. Hi, Dre. How's it going, sweetie pie? That's my baby. You called me, but I was in the middle of doing this. What did you need? I hope it wasn't an emergency. Hi, guys. Do I have an extra? Hello, hello. What did you call me for? We wanted to know if we can get into a... Yeah, go ahead, man. I would hate for you guys to have your spring break without getting into water. Go ahead, do it. And I'll suffer the consequences of it later on. But y'all can get into a pool. Me and Dad got free tickets to a comedy show tomorrow night, so that's what we'll be doing. 8. Let's see. I want to do here 9. 9. Okay. We're gonna put the picture down there anyways. Let me see what you're talking about. What you're talking about. Tell Grandpa just let y'all do it. Tell her I said it's okay. You guys are only gonna be there one more day. By the time you get sick, she won't even have to deal with you guys no more. It'd be me dealing with you guys. And I personally don't care. I just want y'all to have a good time. That's it. That's all. That's all I want for y'all. Okay, let's go. This would be so much easier with the heat press. But look, like I'm telling you all, you do not need a fancy craft room, a fancy heat press, or none of that stuff to start making t-shirts from home, making a little extra change from home. It's a few extra steps, but well worth it. Y'all will be all right. Don't rush out trying to get a DTF machine. Those things are expensive. Don't rush out trying to get stuff you don't need for this stuff to get done. A lot of this stuff can be outsourced. So I just want to make sure I'm not... And if my daughter's still in this chat, I can't see anything right now. Hold on. Then I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you say? I'm right here. Yeah, just bigger. Just tell her what I said. Run the video back so she knows. Like, it's summer break. You guys want to get in a pool. You guys want to have a little fun. Whose pool? If that matters. Thanks, babe. This is just part 1 of the shirts. Part 1. I don't remember. Okay. I don't want to accidentally put a transfer on a t-shirt that doesn't need it. Or the wrong size. Well, I know it's the wrong size. Up a little. There. Remember, this is just to make sure that it sticks on The second press is to make sure it's stuck on. So while these cool down, why are none of my drawers shut? That's weird. That's it for the adult shirts. Still gotta do some kid shirts and an extra large shirt. The extra large shirt has an extra large print. Here we go, here we go. Okay, we're just gonna there we go, there we go. Smooth it out. We get this extra large print. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell that it's a lot bigger than the other ones, but it is. There. Okay, and I'm not even sure if this is straight, so. And no, it's not, but I want it to be straight and even to that, so. There. And this is a little high up when I moved it. We're gonna move it down just a little bit, just like that. And we're gonna get this puppy going. Make sure you get those corners. That's essential because you're going to be peeling it up from the corners. You don't want to pull up your stickiness from the corner. Pull up your transfer, I mean. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. I've got this baby shirt. This is the 3T. The 3T. I feel like I made the print for the 3T a little too big. No, I didn't. Ha, holla at your girl. Okay, so I can't obviously do 4 fingers here because it's a smaller shirt, so 2 is going to be fine. And then I'm just going to put that on there. Make sure you get the corners on this. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Cutie patootie. Look how cute. Okay, bye. Love you, babe. And I think I was stuck between a medium or 7/8. I don't know which size I want to. I'm gonna do both. I'll be right back. Let's see, because this Risha, where's that extra print? I need one. I need the bigger one because I don't. ibuprofen, not Tylenol. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming right back, you guys. Right back, right back. It's because for that one t-shirt, the boys 7'8", I can't decide if a small or a medium would be best because I don't know how big the kid is. What? Why? Why? Anything else? I like taking the ibuprofens. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. What is this? Okay, hold on. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Lucky, lucky. You can take these. There's only two left, haven't we? So what do you think? The small or the medium? Do you know the kid? It was the one that said, sorry guys, I'll be right back. It was the one that said 7'8". So I ordered 2 t-shirts because a 7'8's right between the small and the medium. You know? So a small is 6'7" and a medium is 8'10". So I don't know which one. Like, that, yeah, that looks big. This is the medium and this is the small. Okay. I ordered an extra shirt, but I don't have an extra print for it. I thought I gave you bigger prints, but I guess I didn't. That's fine. All right, guys, we're going with the small. Two fingers. Who's here? All right, 2 fingers. There we go. And this is the last of the shirts I have to for some reason, once you put this paper on, you can get a really good idea of the fact that this shit is not straight and you need to fix it. Okay. When I do all that moving around, now it's straight. Okay, boom, 20 seconds. Get these corners. Oops. Uh-oh. Turn this figure up. All right, boom. We're gonna let that cool down and then we'll start with the other prints. I guess we'll start taking the film off. I'll show you that. So you want to make sure that the t-shirt's cool. It's cool. Check a corner. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful peel. This is nice and smooth. If you peel this off and it's grainy, you've burnt it, okay? It should be nice and smooth, which it is. And you're gonna press it again for 20 seconds. The live people, they can't see you. Just come in. Here, you can do it. Press this button and then just move it around. Yeah, just move it around all the way up for the whole 20 seconds.
Oh my God, I want one.
And it's as simple as that. This is the final press. And we're just making sure that it's stuck on. And when you're done doing this and you take the paper off, if it feels grainy, I mean, it's fine, but it should feel smooth, and it does.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Damn, that was fast.
Well, it's
Damn,
a whole process.
Busy.
It's a whole process.
So how many times you had to go over?
Twice. This is the second time.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because we gotta take the film off.
Oh. Wait, so how do you take that off?
Girl, I'll show you how to take it off.
Oh, it's hard. Okay.
So,
What did the people eat?
boom.
I don't know, Mom.
You go like this,
No.
and you just pick a corner, and you go
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
And then, this is how it's supposed to feel. Smooth. Smooth.
Are you on live?
Yeah, I'm on live. I gotta get my views, my hours up. And then you cover it up just to make sure it sticks. The second press is just to make sure that it's stuck. First one to make sure that it sticks. Second to make sure that it's stuck. And that's it. Hi, babe. How was work? 15 seconds for that one. And you're good to go.
Are you good?
What size is this? Large. Did you have overtime? It feels like you're home late.
What the childcare place?
Oh, that's right. Excuse me. So I can lay this down. These are the done ones and these are larges, right? Large. Large. Okay. She didn't give you the paperwork back?
Yeah.
She did give it to you back?
Yeah.
Shit. So what needs to be signed? Did she show you?
Yeah, baby.
Oh. Okay.
It's a whole form that needs to be filled out.
What? How did I miss that? Okay. Hit it. This part you can actually get away with the 15 seconds instead of the 20. Because we're just making sure that the corners and stuff stick. And it's easier to burn it when it doesn't have the film on it, so you really don't want to do too high of a heat, too long of a time. And you don't have to start your peel from the bottom. You can start it from the top. What size is this? I knew it was a different. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Super easy, super easy, super easy.
Did you happen to make that salad?
Yes, I did. And there's okay, chicken in there too. So like right here, you see the edges is up. That's the point of this second press, but not over here, but just over there. That's fine. We're not gonna worry about that because we're gonna press it down. And a boiled egg in a separate container.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't put direct heat on this. Let's see. I want to show you guys. It's there, it's adhered. I probably would worry about that a little bit, but all the other corners on it are just fine. So I won't worry about it too much. What size is this? Feels big. Oh yeah, this is an extra large. Okay, that's what happened to the last extra large I made. The corner didn't stick. So I think it just more so has something to do with me pressing it. This is what, a medium? Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to worry about what corner you peel it from. Okay, I didn't press good on that corner, so I'm just talking out the side of my mouth, huh? Here we go. Here we go. I messed up on that corner too. What in the world? But again, you don't have to worry about that because that's why you do 2 presses, just to make sure everything sticks. And it's not gonna burn. I know it's not gonna burn because it was smooth. It wasn't grainy, so it could take a little longer time. I'm just gonna make sure that it's good to go. This parchment paper is getting a little worn out though. So let's see. Yeah, you see how I'm putting my finger across it? It's smooth. It's flush with the shirt. But that's another thing you have to worry about when you are peeling the shirts, is that you don't peel too hard, because you will peel. What size is this? This feels like a large. Nope. If you peel too hard too fast, you'll peel it off the shirt. What is going on with me in these corners today? What the fudge? Okay, so we're gonna have to hit these corners hard, baby. Somewhere along the line. Okay, let's get it. I'm gonna let it rock a little longer. And see, make sure it's flush with the shirt. Okay. But like, don't iron directly onto this, guys. We're fine. We're fine. We're Gucci. We're good to go. I wonder if that's gonna be how many t-shirts that happened with. But I was trying to prove a point that it didn't matter what. Maybe I'm doing it for peeling it off at the corner like that, because it's not happening from the bottom. But it's neither here nor there. Make sure, again, that you do not directly iron on the print. That's it. That's key. Let me see. You get your fixings? There. I'm gonna try this again. Nope. Okay. All right. What the fudge? Why is the top tripping like that? I don't know. But we gonna be all right. so hot. Flush. Perfect. This is medium. Oh. Okay. Hey. Wait. They're done. Where's Shimon? Alright. There we go. 5, 2, 13. That's 13.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all.